Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Starmade. Oh yes, look at the mothership. I just love it when it's fully loaded in, when there are no chunk errors, it's just amazing. We have done a whole lot of work on this ship, but apparently not enough, because recently I did get a bunch of comments in fast succession letting me know that this ship is actually not a mothership right now. It didn't reach the mothership status, mostly because of the amount of blocks. So maybe what we could do in today's episode is have a look at the statistics, then we're gonna build in a bunch of modules that I haven't come around doing just yet, and then we check out the statistics once more. Now, a lot of you of course don't know that I haven't filled up a lot of the cavities that we have in the mothership, for man, it takes a while to travel there. Anyways, right here we have plenty of space, as you can see. I haven't even made the bottom just yet. Also right here, this room right here will be filled up with modules. Now you can guesstimate how many freaking modules that will actually add to the statistics, but there's just a whole lot of cavities that I can still fill up, which kind of justifies why we don't have as many blocks for the freaking size of the mothership just yet. Let's have a look at the statistics a little bit more properly. In the end, we're gonna compare the two. Right now we have only 773,000 blocks on there actually, and the mass is 92,000. Then we have currently a power capacity of 121 million from the looks of it, with 3 million recharge. Is that a lot? I don't know. I'm actually surprised by these numbers. They seem to be a lot more than I thought. Oh, I could use my mouse to show you where I'm reading. Then we have thrust. Yeah, the thrust is really bad. Only 27,000, whatever the heck that means, I have no idea. Turning speed. Yeah, I guess we will not be able to up that anymore. This looks like a round number that we cannot change. And finally the shields, this is also important. We have 1.6 million shields with a recharge rate of 100,000 currently. What is the power cons? Is this like the power consumption? So right now we are using 94,000 power. What we're mostly going to influence is the total blocks, the mass, the power, maybe the thrust, and also the shields. That is today's goal. And of course we want to get that over 1 million blocks right now. So today we're going to place down more than 225,000 blocks. Of course, I'm not going to legitimately craft those, just in case you were wondering. So let's take a screenshot of that so that we can properly compare the two. Oh no, screenshot doesn't work with control pressed. That is an issue. Oh well, then I'm just gonna print a screen right here. Anyways guys, I'm gonna do some prep work and then I'll meet you right back at the building stage. Right, so I do remember why I haven't done this previously, and this was because my recording software was always crashing when getting into this reactor room. Isn't it a beauty? But I'm also getting a little bit sick actually. Anyways, I took myself the liberty of making an additional layer of hull blocks right here before we have our old reactor system. As you can see, oh man, here I also have tons of free space. I think I'm gonna fill this up with shields actually, and right over here we're also gonna fill it up with shields, and right here we're gonna complete our power reactor. So first of all, I kind of want to cut this off. So maybe let's take forth some more black hole, or maybe gray hole would be better, and we need about 20 or so. How high is this? 18. Okay, right, what we want to do is simply complete the line right here. Maybe we can do this even quicker by doing this. There we go. Fortunately enough, I didn't forget to set the symmetry plane. That is good. And everything right here we're gonna fill up with power stuff. Yes, that's right. We can do it, guys. I believe in us. Now the thing is, I still want to have some kind of a nifty power setup, even though some people say that it doesn't really matter anymore as of a certain point, maybe 80 million power or something like that. It really doesn't matter anymore how you set up your modules, but I'm not so sure about that. I have never seen it like confirmed on the webs. Anyways, I don't think the power capacitors actually matter, but the power reactor modules, they do matter. I hope they still matter. Otherwise, I'm doing a lot more work than I need to. Anyways, first things first, I want to make a layer of power capacitors right here, and then we're gonna start with the power reactor modules setup. So we can probably go like 50 blocks. So let's see how much that fills up. Yeah, just fill. Oh yeah, so much faster. Oh, and of course I overshot slightly here, but that's nothing that cannot be fixed. Okay, there we go. We're getting closer. We're getting somewhere here. Look at that. That is a really nice arrow shape that just happened to develop itself here. Okay, great. The first layer has been done. Oh, Nathan, you're doing such a good job. Many thank you. Anyways, let's set up the first reactor. I'm gonna actually do it into this direction. Right, so it's gonna have this length. Now we need to decide for the height. No, this is the height. The height we are gonna define right here. What was that? 17? No, 16 even. Yep, and actually before I do that, let's undo that quickly. So right now we have a recharge rate of 3 million and a little bit more than 54,000. What if we redo that again? Then we have a recharge rate of 60,000. So that was only plus 6,000. Now I want to kind of test a theory. Really a lot of people have told me that you can do it in any way, shape or form at a certain point, and I really want to test this out. Let's see what happens if we fill this entire thing up right here. Now, what do we have? Right, now it's 3,137,000. Before it was 60,000. Guys, maybe it really doesn't matter anymore. So that was 137. Let's see what happens if we expand this line here. The center line right here all the way to there. This should increase the size of the reactor tremendously, right? But as you can see, it's just 3,062,000 now. So it's not much more. This might actually be a freebie for us to place the modules however the heck we want. It might only matter for really small ships, to be honest with you. That's what people have repeatedly told me, and they seem to be confused themselves, actually. They just said that's what they observed, and it's what I observed right now too. You can always correct me if you think I'm wrong. We can easily remove everything here again, though I would prefer not to. Anyways, considering we can do it in any way, shape or form, I'm actually gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm just gonna make the outline right here with my precious power reactors. There we go. That just took a second for you. We have our beautiful outline. Now it's time to fill that shebang up. Let's see, we can do 100 into this direction, that's good, and then maybe a few into this one. Oh my gosh, yes, give me all the power. I didn't even have to make the outline, to be honest with you, but it's just a little bit easier to see what's going on. And filled up. Let's check out the power. Right now, it's a 3,468 recharge. Yeah, check this out. It removes 25 power per module, so no matter where we place those freaking modules now, we will always gain 25 per module. Right, that is good to know. That means we can also set them up in blocks. It's good to know. I'll be right back with you once we have filled up some of this room right here. Holy cow, guys, I installed quite a few blocks, I have to say, but I did it very quickly because I quickly realized that we need a lot more regen than we actually need capacity. I mean, we have so much capacity, we could definitely need a lot more, but now we have, instead of only around 3.5 million recharge, we now have 19 million. Holy bejeez. And what I basically did is fill up everything here in a solid manner. We have quite a few modules. You can see this is all inside the blocks, and we can even have a look from the top through the glass that we have placed here. However, this didn't do a whole lot for us. Well, it did a whole lot for us, but not enough. What the heck is going on here? Also a few misguided blocks here. Gonna patch you up. There you go, much better. Anyways, let's have a look at it from the top. Where is the ray? Over there. You can see this huge cannon right here requires a whole lot of power. Power that I didn't have previously, and now it's time to actually do another test ride. I'm gonna go into this camera. I already put it on the hotbar, and let's shoot only once. Holy cow, that requires so much power. What is this number even? I don't understand the number. However, if we shoot once, then we use about a fifth of our power. Yeah, it's probably more than a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 shots we can actually launch. Holy cow. And if you get down to 0 power, then the regeneration will take a while. But you can see it's filling up the bar a whole lot quicker. So I guess we need to raise the capacity at least doubly as high. I want to be able to shoot 10 shots so the regeneration can kind of kick in. Oh man, look at the shots. It's gonna be so destructive. Oh, I can't wait to take something apart I mean, until now it wasn't usable because of the power issue, of course. However, we have filled up the entire power room. What we still have capacity in is right here. There's still space for a few 100,000 blocks. Oh yeah, by the way, our blocks are already at 1.4 million, guys. This is crazy. Just 600 more and then we will reach the 2 million mark. Maybe we can even do it in today's episode. Right, so where do we have more cavities? For instance, right here in the wings. I think this is the first thing that I'm gonna fill up, though I kind of would like to reserve this for the shields. I think this is a nifty spot for shields. Yeah, we're actually not gonna fill this up with power just yet. But what we can do is divide up the wings a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that isn't divided up just yet. And also the top right here, we can basically fill up. Maybe we do the top first. Yeah, guys, let me just quickly finish that ceiling right here. I'm gonna make this ceiling all the way until we reach this door right here. And all the empty space on the top, I'm gonna fill up with more recharge modules. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, back we are. You might not recognize it fully, but this is the cavity that we have. I filled it up entirely with power modules. As I said, well, not entirely from the looks of it. I seem to have forgotten a few bits and pieces here. So let's see if we are able to fix that up. There we go, beautiful. Right, so we have 1.6 million blocks. We have 22.7 million recharge now. What does that do for our cannon? Not much. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. However, what I have done is started dividing up the wings. Right now we are in the wings if you have trouble orienting yourself. It's extremely dark without the lighten mode, so I'm just gonna keep that enabled. But now we have a really cool hallway in order to get up to the observatory, the laboratory, or whatever is going to be in here. And we also have the space for some more stuff right there, namely power modules. You can see I'm really dedicated to getting this to work. The next time we're moving out with the mothership, I want to dominate. Pirates are not gonna stand a freaking chance. No matter what I use, we have 3 totally overpowered turrets and we will have a totally overpowered mothership array. The cannon of doom, destruction and despair. Yes, that is exactly how we are rolling. Rolling. Oh no! Oh man. How could I do that? Oh man, this is going really slow here, but I think I figured out a technique in order to do it the fastest way possible, just to kind of be able to go with the organic shapes of the mothership. Now we have to increase this, and there we go. Continue all the way up to there. Oh geez, so many modules, then increase this with every step. There we go. I mean, just go through it in your head. 39 times 31, that's just how many blocks we place with each click. And it's freaking insane, I would say. That's exactly what it is. Right, I would say we go up to here, and right here we kind of want to close it off. It's kind of confusing what is going on right now. Yeah, this is below the bridge. Okay, everything here is filled up. And then we have a little bit of space left on the top. I guess we could fill this up as well. How much recharge do we have? Oh man, 25 million, guys. That is so much more than we had originally with 3 million. Look at that, it's recharging really quickly. Sometimes you cannot really see the shots, maybe this because of the angle, I'm not sure. This looks the coolest, but we can now shoot every second without issue. Look at that, if I don't go too fast, then at least we can already go ahead and shoot stuff. Well, I would say that is enough with the freaking power. We're gonna stop right at this point. I'm probably gonna end up filling up some more cavities myself off camera. I mean, for instance, right here, we have a whole lot of free space right here. But right now I want to take care of the thrust, because the only thrust that we have so far is this right here, which isn't a whole lot. How much is it again? 27,000. So let's see. I bought myself, in quotes, 100,000 thrusters. And that should hopefully get us started. Also with the thrust right here, I want to make a little experiment. So let's set up the size that we need first. Yeah, I think that's it right here. It's about 50 blocks. So without the separate line, we have 27,518, 622 with a separate line of thrusters. If we attach it on top of other thrusters so they connect, we have also 622, so maybe this doesn't matter as well. Which is good news for us, so we can set up the thrusters in any way, shape or form we would like to. So let's just go ahead and place a bunch of those guys. Come on, there we go. Oh yes, this should do the... Oh man, I always have to go too far. I have to get used to the new measurements we have on the server. You can exaggerate quite easily actually. Okay, there we go. We have made one more layer. How much did that help us? Thrust is already 48,244. I again forgot what it was before, but it must be a lot more now. It must be. Let's actually check that out. We're gonna go into the flight mode and kind of speed up. Oh yeah, it's so much faster. It's still really slow, but you know what I mean. Contrary to what it was before. Of course, we will not be able to accelerate like with any other ship, but at least we can get our thrust up to maybe 100,000, and then we shall see how that helps us. So let me do some more work right here, and once again, I'll be right back. Right guys, I have been placing blocks like a bunny pops. Oh, I'm gonna leave it in, whatever. We now actually have a thrust of over 100,000. Let's speed up. Oh, it's not going much well, it is going a little bit faster. It feels a little bit faster, but not not enough. But that's fine with me. We have actually reached the 15 minutes mark of the episode, and I really want to achieve the 2 million blocks mark for the mothership. Now, since I'm not yet sure how many more thrusters I want to set up, we're gonna go with our shields, recharger and capacitors. It looks as though we have enough shields, and what we are missing is the recharge rate. So just like with the power, we might need more recharge than we need the actual capacity. And of course we're gonna do this right here. So I'm gonna fill up this entire wing right here. We're gonna close off the windows with the modules, but that's gonna be fine. And I believe that must be over 100,000 modules. We might have to purchase some more. However, once that is done, we will be back, hopefully with 2 million blocks, and then we do a comparison between the stats from the beginning and the end of this episode. Ooh, guys, I think we did it. I filled up all of the shields right here, as you can see, and I also did some more work right there. If we managed to see it, you can now see the right side is filled up with the power modules and the left side with shield rechargers. So how many blocks? We have reached 2 million blocks. Isn't that freaking awesome, guys? Look at that beauty. 2 million blocks right now. It was about time that we filled up some of the cavities. There's still plenty of cavities to go. For instance, if I manage to move all the way down to here, come on. Look at that. This is an entire other thing that we can fill up with whatever the heck we need and want. Right, it's time to actually compare the stats. I'm also gonna make a print screen from that, and I'm now gonna put up the two from the beginning and the end on the screen for you to actually see and compare with each other. Oh yes, man, so much progress. We now have 25 million recharge, over 100,000 thrust, and 1.1 million shield recharge. That is kind of crazy. Anyways, guys, it's really time to end this episode, edit it and export it and load it up. There's still a long way for me to go, so I'm gonna go right to it. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.